This is the $1,000 Athlete of the Year search, sponsored by the Athletic Proving Grounds, the Miami Valley's top testing and training facility for serious athletes. The Athlete of the Year will have $1,000 donated to their high school strength and conditioning program. Nominate someone today by going to AthleticProvingGrounds.com. And now from the Miami Valley's top testing and training facility for serious athletes, the Athletic Proving Grounds in Tip City, here's your host, Andy, with this week's Athlete of the Week interview.
Well, it's my pleasure today to have the opportunity to talk to Olivia Follick. She's from Butler High School. She played volleyball this fall. She was top 5 in the Miami Valley League in kills and blocks and was first team all-conference at Butler this year. So, Olivia, it's a pleasure to talk to you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I've been playing volleyball since 7th grade. I previously played basketball for about 12 years, but recently dropped it because I've been focusing on volleyball, and that's what I want to do. I want to continue my career in college.
Okay, great. So, talk to me a little bit about, you talked about volleyball. You started in 7th grade. So tell me a little bit about your game. What do you do well? What are your strengths? What maybe are some of your weaknesses? What do you like on the court?
I like hitting a lot and blocking because that's normally what I'm good at. Back in middle school, I was a setter, so that was a big change coming into high school. I made varsity 4 years, or going to make varsity 4 years. So I've been a 3-year starter since.
Great. So, you talk about the transition and some of the things. You've obviously, you're a very good athlete, things like that. What have you done over the years here to improve your skills as a volleyball player? What are some of the things that you've tried to do?
So I watch a lot of college volleyball games and kind of pick up on the little things that they do and try and incorporate that in my game. I also play club volleyball for a team called Legacy, and we practice all the time, and I feel like that makes me a better person and a better player.
Okay. Talk a little bit about that commitment. What's the commitment like when you decide to play something like club volleyball?
It takes a lot of commitment and a lot of time, and the pressure sometimes is great because going into those big tournaments, you never know what's going to happen and if you're going to win or not.
Okay. Good. So throughout the course of your career and as you've worked your way through things, there have probably been some coaches or perhaps people that have had an influence on your volleyball skills. Talk a little bit about some of those people and why they've had an impact on your volleyball career.
Yeah, so my high school coach, as of right now, Coach Cease, has really improved my game, I think, and she's always been there for me and is pushing me to do my best as of right now.
Great, good. So, tell me a little bit about some of the things. We've talked a little bit about volleyball and some sports, but talk to me a little bit about some of the things you like to do outside of the sports world.
I really like to go shop. Shopping at Dick's Sporting Goods is probably what I do all the time. I love going shopping and hanging out with my family and friends.
Okay. So when you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, what particular things are you looking for at Dick's Sporting Goods? Shoes. Okay, so you're a big shoe person.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a favorite type of shoe?
I don't know. I like Adidas a lot, but
okay.
All of them.
All right. So are you looking more at the way they feel or the way they look? Is it the look? Looks are very important. Okay. Yeah. Good. Very good. So this past year is kind of an interesting year as far as athletics went. It still is a very interesting year as far as athletics go. But being a fall athlete, you had kind of the experience of going through a different type of season than perhaps any season we hope that anybody will ever go through again. But talk to me a little bit about what that season was like, maybe some of the challenges that you faced, and how, obviously you were a senior on the team, and how maybe some of that you had to be a leader and had to kind of guide and direct your teammates through that process. Talk a little bit about what that was like.
Yeah, so it was really hard because of course you had to wear masks all the time. In the locker room, there's only allowed like a limited number of players, so we really couldn't have our hype up before the game. We had to get out of there really quick. But we couldn't really switch sides anymore either, and it was really tough because everybody on the bench had to wear, the masks, and it was hard to hear everybody. But I think we made it as best as we could.
Well, We'll have more from our athletes when we come back after this message.
Located just outside of Tip City, it's Cedar Springs' mission to bring people together in Ohio's natural habitat while helping people create lasting memories. Visit cedarspringspavilion.com.
Very good. Very good. What was so as far as getting into the season, was that a different experience as far as practice and things like that?
Practice was hard because, we had to keep our distance and we couldn't really get in the huddle and everything, but we made it work.
So that was okay. So talk to me a little bit about that, because so much of sports is together, being close all the time. What were some of the things maybe that you were able to do that creatively perhaps that allowed your teammates to still bond but not bond together?
Elbow bumps instead of high fives, and coming into the circle, we didn't really do that as much, but we just did elbow high fives.
Great. So you mentioned it a little bit about the fact that you would like to perhaps play volleyball in the future at college or things along those lines. Tell me a little bit about what you think or hope your plans might be, or where you see yourself down the road here.
Yeah, so of course I would love to play college. It's an ideal kind of thing for me. I've been looking a lot at colleges and kind of seeing what I want in a college and just trying to hope for the best.
Good. So obviously planning to go to college. Didn't want to leave this out a little bit, but we talked a little bit about coaches. Obviously you excel academically, you do a great job in the classroom. Talk a little bit about maybe through the course of time, has there been a teacher or somebody from the school that's been a big influence as far as your academic career?
Yeah, so in 8th grade I had an advisor teacher named Mr. Herzog, and he always pushed me to do my best in school. I come to him to anything, and he'd help me with my homework and help me understand everything that was going on.
Great. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olivia Follick, Butler High School volleyball player, first team all-conference this year, and looking for great things out of Olivia in the future. That was Athlete of the Week, Olivia Follick. If you would like to submit someone for the $1,000 Athletic Proving Grounds Athlete of the Year search, go to AthleticProvingGrounds.com and submit your nomination.
The Athletic Proving Grounds will be offering 24-hour memberships to the public for $55 a month, as low as $35 a month. Memberships will be available late winter to early spring after the addition of over 300 pieces of equipment, from cardio to free weights, machines, dumbbells, and other functional fitness equipment.